In this tutorial, we will talk about pagination. So we will always export our report into PDF because we want to see how content of our report will be distributed on the pages. Here I have one list. This list is grouped by this column country, and we also have this subtotal. I will now export this report into PDF. We can see that export here in this tab, and here we can notice that we have one problem. For Australia, its footer is on the page 4, but all of the data is on the page 3. And we want to move several rows from this page 3 to page 4 in order to have several rows before this footer. And to achieve that, we will go back, we will select this whole list, and then we will go to this property here, pagination. We will click on 3 dots, and we will change this setting, keep it with footer. We will type here number 3. I will click on OK. I will then again export this report into PDF, and we will now search for Australia. We can click here on this magnifying glass. We can type here Australia, and we will now notice that here on the page 4 we have 3 rows with its footer. So now this footer is not alone. Similar to that, we can go to this second report. We have a similar list. Everything is almost the same. Just here we have this header instead of footer. Again, I will export this report into PDF, and here it is. And here we can see similar problem with Suriname. Suriname has its header on the page 47, but data is on the page 48. And we want to place them on the same page. And for that, we will go back here to this report. We will again select the whole list. We will go to this property pagination, and we will change this setting, keep with header to 1. I will click on OK. And then again, I will export this report into PDF. I will search here for the country Suriname. And here we can see that now header is with its data on the page 48. So we place them on the same page. Here we have one Cognos report with 2 pages. On the first page, we have the country Cameroon, but on the second page we have the country Chile. And I will now export this report into PDF. Here in this second tab we can see that export, and we can see the first page, we can see the second page. And what I want to achieve, I want to change orientation of this second page, to change it from portrait to landscape. And to change such setting, we can go to 2 places. First, we can change a global setting. We can go here to report menu, to report, and here we have this property PDF page setup. We can click here on 3 dots, and we can change this to landscape. Here we can also change size of our paper, or if we choose this option custom, then we can define exact width and height of our page, but I will go back to default. And I will leave this as a landscape. I will click on OK. I will again export my report into PDF format, and we will now see that both pages are now in landscape. We now have a landscape orientation. I will go back, and I will change this back to portrait. So portrait is default, but I want just the second page to be in the landscape orientation. So I will go now here to pages folder. I will select this page 2, and I will now go again to PDF page setup, but this is PDF page setup only for this page. Here I will enable this option to override global setting, and here I will choose landscape. I will click on OK. I will again export my report into PDF format, and now the first page will be in portrait mode, but the second page will be in the landscape mode. We can see the difference. And while we are here, I will now go back. First I will change this back. I will again go here to portrait mode for page 2, but I will change now one other thing. I will go to page 1 and I will create a border around this page. I will go here, I will click on these three dots, I will select some color, for example this red color. I will click here to add borders all around my page and I will click on OK. And then I will click on this second page. I will now go to this property margin. I will click on three dots. I will enable this option, make all the settings the same. So when I type here 100 pixels, that will be applied on all of the fields. And then I will click on OK. So we have changed border for page 1 and margins for page 2. I will now export this report into PDF format. And we will now see that on this first page we have this border, but this second page has different margins. We can notice how here margins are small, but here margins are much bigger. So margins are changed for this second page. This is a list in Cognos report, and this list is small. It only has 4 rows, but in each row it has a lot of text. I will now export this list into PDF format. We can see the result here. And if we go here below, we will notice that this year, 2017, is broken between 2 pages. One part is on the page 1 and second part is on the page 2. And we want to have our year 2017 on one page. And to achieve that, we'll go back. We will select the whole list and we will go here to this property pagination. I will double click here and I will turn off this option, allow content to break across pages. I will click on OK and then I will export this report into PDF format again. And this time the year 2017 will be only on the page 2, so there will be no break in this row. We can have similar situation with tables. Here we have another report. This is one table with 5 rows, and in each of those rows we have one list. I will now turn on page preview, and we will see that in this first row we have a list with Afghanistan, in the second row we have a list with Argentina, and so on. I will now export this report into PDF format. Here is the result. Here we can see Afghanistan, Argentina, but Cameroon is broken between 2 pages. This is page 1 and this is page 2. And we want to avoid that. And again, we will go back. We will select the whole table. I will first select this and then I will go to this menu to click on table because I have a hard time to select our table. So this is the easiest way. Now that my table is selected, I will go here to pagination, to 3 dots, and I will turn off this option, allow raw content to break across pages. I will click on OK. I will then again export this report into PDF format, and this time each country will be on one page. So here is Afghanistan, Argentina, and here is Cameroon. So everything is on one page. This is one table in Cognos report. This table has 5 rows, and in each of its rows it has one list. I will now change this to page preview to see it better, and I will select this cell at the top. I will go to 3 dots, insert, and I will add another row at the top of this table. Just one row. And inside of this row, I will add, for example, block. And then I will jump temporarily to this page structure preview. And here I will add text item to this block because it is much easier to do it here. And I will type here header. So now we have a text item inside of our block. So if we go back to page preview, we will see our so-called header. But if we now run this report in PDF format, we will notice that here at the top, on the first page, we have this header, but we also have it on the second page, third page, and so on. But if we add some other element here, for example, I will again select this cell and I will add another row above, just one row. And inside of this row, I will add something else. For example, this page number. I will add it here. And this will also be repeated at the top of each page. If I go again to PDF, at the top I have my page number. If I go to second page, the same, third page, the same. So everything is repeating. So how to stop this repetition? Well, first we have to ask ourselves, why is this happening? Well, it seems that it is happening for all of the elements that are not lists or crosstabs. So they are just repeated. That is something in the nature of Cognos. And in order to prevent this, we will first select this whole table. And then we will go here to pagination, these three dots, and we will turn off this option, repeat table rows on page break. I will turn it off. I will click on OK. And then I will again run this report in PDF format. And this time we will only have those two elements, page number and this header on the first page, and we won't have them on other pages.